This is WPIX-TV, Channel 11 in New York City.
Oh, it's what it's all about, you know. I mean, love and cheering. And late at night, when you're sitting there, you know, we're all New Yorkers. Are you all New Yorkers here in this town? Man, that's a special breed. I mean, most of my hobby, by the way, it's a great hobby. 2 in the morning, when I go home, I live down in the village, I sneak up the steps of my apartment. I'm on the 2nd floor. It's dark. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I carefully put the key in the lock. Because timing, as you know, in life is everything. How many of you have missed every streetcar in your life? Of course, most people don't even know there is a streetcar, so it's all right. So I stick that key in the lock and wait 2 beats. 1, 2. I grab the doorknob, carefully pull the door open, and the room is pitch black. And I wait 1 more beat. 1. Put my hand on the light switch. I wait, then I flick it on. Millions of cockroaches. I start stabbing them. That's my hobby. I kill cockroaches every night. Some nights I get 600, 700. In fact, I got a 7.5-pound competition cockroach mounted, hanging on my wall. It's beautiful. So we're all New Yorkers in it together. Here it is, the Labor Day weekend. Within hours, there's going to be nothing but bumper-to-bumper tin all the way to Montauk. 17 hours out to the beach, 12 hours back. They'll have 4 minutes on the sand. Oh, it's New York. But there's a lot of things that are great about living in New York. You know, one of the great things about New York, this is the only city in the world where you can watch all-night television. No other place. I love it. I love those used car commercials that come on at 2 in the morning. The guy says, you ain't got no credit nowhere else? You just give us a call, we'll give you a car in the morning. You know, you come down there, you know, and I sit there at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm watching these black and white, grainy films. You wonder where the devil they got them. They look like they were filmed underwater. There's Chester Morris is always flying this airplane through the clouds. I'm sitting there waiting for my favorite television character. He comes on at 5 minutes to 3. Oh, no. The Preparation H man. I love him. He goes on and he says, Preparation H. He points right out of the camera at you and he says, I'm sitting there at 3 in the morning with my cockroaches running around here. And he says, Preparation H is medically proved and guaranteed to relieve itching. That's 3 in the morning. See? With the kind of mind I got, I keep thinking, what itch? Is it the big itch that all of us feel? Deep down inside of us, that life must be more than just hoping that the next Howard Johnson will have 28 flavors. Life's got to be more than just a Big Mac at the McDonald's. Yeah, ain't it right, man? I love that Big Mac. I love it when it's running down your arm, dripping into your sleeve. Oh, God. You see them on the commercial, you know, and that's why I think most of us in America today love commercials better than shows. because life looks so great in commercials. Have you noticed everybody that goes into the McDonald's on the commercials, everybody at the McDonald's is smiling and laughing and are dancing around. Hit the muscles, hit the pepper. They never show 45 people waiting in line for 2.5 hours for a quarter pounder with cheese. That's right. Medium rare. Oh, honey, no way. That's a connoisseur. People that eat a medium rare, I mean, you probably even read. Well, I'll tell you, that's all part of life, and it's like me, I love to watch that lady plumber come on. Josephine, the lady plumber, of course. She comes on there, and tell you the reason I love to watch her, because she comes out, and she only does one job, apparently, as a plumber. She only has the problem of tea stains in the sink. Now, that's rich. Do you agree? To call a plumber because you got a tea stain in the sink? Oh, no, don't quit pointing. It's all right. We know it's commercial. Okay. Every time I have ever called a plumber, friends, it's been more than a tea stain in the sink. It's been knee-deep. We'll be right back. It's time for a commercial. How about it, gang? Let's hear it.
I'm Tony Wilson. My two brothers and myself own Wilson's House of Suede and Leather. I'd like to tell you about our half-off sale. Sales are not unusual. At Wilson's House of Suede, we cut coats individually for ladies and men. 38 colors, drap dye. Styles like these and many more are now half off. I'm sure you'll be pleased with our styling, or my name isn't Wilson.
Or mine.
Or mine. Located 18 West 57th Street, right off 5th Avenue.
People who don't know us think Banco Popular is just another small business in New York. As a matter of fact, many of our customers are small and medium-sized businesses. Actually, Banco Popular is a very big bank, bigger than 99% of all the banks in the USA, but small enough to serve you personally. With business and personal loans, checking and saving accounts, Banco Popular, a full-service bank, right on the money.
Eggs, the best natural source of complete protein. Everybody loves them. People love them. Dogs love them. Up until now, it wasn't easy for a dog to get an egg for himself. But now there's new Gaines burgers with egg. The moist, meaty taste dogs love, plus a quarter of a real egg in a burger. So why not give your dog a taste he'll love and all the goodness of real egg? Give him new Gaines burgers with egg.
What's that? Well, now, wait, why don't you save that question? All right, okay, come on. Let's all hear it now for Jerry the JGE man. Come on. Jerry, he's interrupted more movies. Little air conditioner to keep cool, All right, listen, gang, for those of you that are watching us out there, we're just sitting here for a half an hour and just sort of, cutting up a watermelon, as my friend John Neville says. How many of you know John? Great guy. And if you're out there, out in the darkness, here's the phone number. Now, wait, I'm going to have to look over here to get it. It's 682-7114. Give us a call here. And if you have a question about my work, probably some of you have heard me. You might have seen me in Playboy. I do a lot of... I haven't done the center fold out yet. Oh, God, I'd love to let it all hang out once, Woo, you got it. And we've got a call. Okay, we've got a call on line 1. Now, let's hear what the caller wants. Let's hear your question.
The question is, if you put your tongue on a frozen telephone pole, will it stick to it? Does it really stick?
That's the intelligent kind of question we want. Let's hear it. I understand the questioner said that if you put your tongue on a frozen metal telephone pole, would it stick, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, I have a friend that is still just this side of Nome, Alaska. He's been there for 4.5 years with his tongue on a telegraph pole. who did not believe that it worked.
But it's whether you believe it, Gene.
Yeah, it'll work. As a matter of fact, you can peel your tongue like a grape, kid. What? Might I add, this is typical slob humor. He said, "Hey, did I tell him, Aki?" A human cold sore. All right. Okay, now how about a call from line 5?
Yes, hello?
Yeah.
Hi, Gene Shepard?
Yes.
Yes, I have a message. Boo-ha-ha, boo-ha-ha.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Let's see if we can get an intelligent questioner, and if we can't, we're going to cut the telephone calls. What do you say? All right, line 3. No, I'll do it. I'm mean. Yeah?
If you woke up tomorrow morning mayor of New York City, and by the way, I'd support your candidacy, what would your first action be to clean up this mess if you were mayor?
Clean up this mess.
Yeah, if you were mayor, what would you do to save the city?
Friend, I love this mess. I'm a guy that just naturally loves messes. In fact, I'll tell you this, if you don't like a mess, you shouldn't live in New York. I mean, this is the only town where one of the major art forms is the pothole. Thank you, kid. Anybody else? Anybody here in this crowd? How about in the studio? How about a question?
What's your real name?
Is Gene, well, who asked that? He says, is Gene my real name? Yes, Gene is my real name. On my birth certificate, on my driver's license. I know it's hard to believe, kid, but then again, we can't believe your name is Aki either. Yeah, my name is Gene, and that has been it's been one of the worst things that ever happened to me in my life, you know, because, you know, it's a French name, J-E-A-N. Well, I was in 2nd grade. I had this teacher named Miss Shields at the Warren G. Harding School. How would you like to be going to the Warren G. Harding School, named after the worst president in history? That is up to now. I mean, can you imagine right now out in Ohio, some poor little kid's going to the Richard Milhouse Nixon School. He doesn't change the name. I mean, you know, they're out there in the front now changing names. Well, that's the way fame is these days. Anyway, my name was J-E-A-N, see? So, you know, this was a terrible problem that everybody, you know, I had to fight my way through school, you know, with that name. And when I got into high school, we were already, you know, when you're a freshman, they assign you to your classes. My first class in high school was girls swimming. I arrived. All these chicks are sitting around there, you know, in their tank suits, and I walked in. Well, I'll tell you, it was the beginning of a high school career that was notably undistinguished. So my name is J-E-A-N. It was my father's name. And I learned very early in life that you got to be careful what you name a kid. I mean, you know, if you name a 7-foot 9-inch lineman Sylvia. All right, anybody else got a question here? Yeah.
What was the most frustrating day in your life?
One of the most frustrating days in my life. Well, that was a good question. I'll never forget the time that I went out with Schwartz, and I was 14 years old. Now, when you're 14, it's like you're made out of cellophane. You think you know everything. And actually, you're totally ignorant. I mean, you don't know it. You just think you're smart. You have buttons, you know, that say things like, save the world on you, you know. Yeah. Oh, no, that was a later crowd. Flick lives over the urinals. No. That was another world. And I, you know, I'm standing in the, you know, high school there. We're just freshmen in high school. And Schwartz asked me, he says, how'd you like to have a blind date? He says, I know you don't usually go out on blind dates. I said, well, yeah, I'd love to go on a blind, you know, just for you, Schwartz. And we go out on this blind date. We're riding in the bus. I'll never forget the girl. I'd never seen this chick before. I arrived at her house, and you know, when you get a blind date, you expect this dog, right? You should have seen what showed up. She was unbelievable. Shepard has hit the jackpot. We're sitting in the bus, see? And Schwartz is sitting up ahead of me, see? It's a double date. And that's why I went out with him. See, he says that this girl that he was going with would not go unless she had a double date. And Schwartz is he's having a ball up there talking. So I start to talk to this girl that I'm out with. See, and I'm saying things like, Bill, our old man's a real slob. You should have seen how he forgot to change the grease in the car and crack the block. Boy, the White Sox are really looking good this year. Yeah. You know, I'm pulling all my great conversational ploys, and she is saying nothing. She's sitting there with her coat like this. I get nothing out of her. And I all of a sudden see above, you know, in the buses, they got these car cards. There's this ad for Lifebuoy soap. It says, "Do you offend?" It suddenly hit me. The cold light of truth came down right from the front of that bus. I was the blind date. They were being nice to me. Ever since that time, I keep my coat nicely buttoned. Use Lifebuoy every morning, kid. I use Band Ultra 5000. And incidentally, we got a question on line 3. Let's hear it. He's from outer space. All right, give me line 5.
Hello, Gene.
Yeah, hi.
Would you...
Hey, wait a minute. Before you go, are you enjoying the show?
Uh-huh. I like it very much.
Well, it's next week to Hey Fairy. How are you? Yeah, okay.
Okay. Would you like a pair of bunny slippers for Christmas?
Well, it depends. The last pair that I had mated and had bunny slippers under the day bed for weeks. Okay, line 2. Line 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hello?
Gene?
Yeah?
I'd like to know if you're going to sing
No.
there.
No, not tonight. No. I only sing before an appreciative audience. I am not going to hurl pearls before swine. Well, I'd like to sing, but I you know, actually when I sing the bear missed the train, I usually sing it in tights. And I will perform that, by the way, at my show at Carnegie Hall. It's going to be done fantastic. We've got the Russian ballet, we've got a real bear, and it's going to be done underwater. All right, let's hear it for the Bear Gang. Come on. We'll be back after this commercial.
3 identical pairs of glasses from 3 different opticians. One optician took 4 days to make them up. These took a week. And this pair, 1 hour at Vision Center. 1 hour. Because each Vision Center has its own lab right on the premises. It's all here at Vision Center. The quality, the choice of frames and lenses, and complete 1 hour service.
Put on a happy face at your Vision Center.
Presenting the Ethan Allen Home Fashion Sale with substantial savings on exciting selections of living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, lamps, carpeting, draperies, and much more. And the same expert home planners who help you with your decorating problems all year round will be there to help you during the sale. At our Ethan Allen Home Fashion Sale, you may pay less, but you won't get less. Sale ends September 2nd. For the Ethan Allen Gallery nearest you, see the yellow pages.
Hello. You know, for several years I've been telling you about Hostess snack cakes and how much my children love them. Now Hostess has made something new for me, although the kids enjoy them too. New Hostess crumb cakes. Light little cakes with a grown-up taste. Made with a flavorful cinnamon topping over delicious moist cake. Perfect for coffee time, breakfast, anytime. New Hostess crumb cakes. The light little cakes with a grown-up taste.
In 2 shakes and a squirt, Breath-O-Pine disinfectant spray helps stop household germs and odors before they can offend. Breath-O-Pine makes your world a nicer place to live.
Okay, this is for the audience out there. For tickets, if you'd like to come to the show, it's called The Talkers, and it's on 5 nights a week. Right to The Talkers, that's the title of it. WPIX-TV, 220 East 42nd Street. And the zip is New York 10017. And you can start phoning Monday after 10 for tickets. And the number here is 883-5757. And by the way, if you'd like to order your storm doors within 20 minutes... All right, we've got more questions. Anybody? Yes, you. Call it out loud so we can all hear it.
I'd like to know what you fly and what you rate.
You would like to know what I fly. You're referring to legally. I fly an airplane. I fly several types. I fly Cessna 172s, 180s, 182s. Currently, I've been doing a lot of flying in a Grumman TR-1AA1 trainer. And I'm doing a lot. I'm most of the way to my instrument rating, and I have in fact, I have a multi-engine rating. Okay? A very technical question. Yeah.
Well, I know you say you have pets. Well, I mean, you know.
Oh, I got some pets, baby. You ought to meet Esther Jane. What other pets do I have? Well, I have a very small, immature piranha. His name is Clifford, actually. and I have, as far as pets are concerned with me, a pet. Now, I have a dachshund dog. And he's the only dog I know that eats day beds whole. I mean, this dog eats 5, 10, 15 pairs of slippers a week. And he's got a fantastic bladder capacity. Unbelievable. A dog will drink 2 pints of water, and the next thing you know, you get 17 gallons flowing all over. Just incredible dog. Huh? Do I treat my dog like a human? Are you kidding? Well, it depends on how you treat humans. I do kick them around a little bit, yeah. All right, line 4. We got a question, yeah.
Hey, Gene, when are you going to run for king again?
When am I going to do what?
Run for king again.
Run for king again. King, by the way, is an esoteric television show that appears on PBS, and it's a show of retrospective chess players. Don't ask me what he's talking about. Line 3.
Hi, Gene.
Hello.
How are you?
Well.
First of all, I think you're exqualificacious.
Okay, she's one of those. Yeah, all right.
No, I'm not. I want to know if the 66-year-old lady can marry and be very happy with a 78-year-old man, but immediately.
You better marry him immediately. If not sooner, honey. Well, it depends on what makes you happy.
Well, for instance,
I know some people that like meatloaf sandwiches. Yeah, now what's your question?
That's the question.
Well, what do you think, crowd? Do you think she can marry a 78-year-old man and be happy? Let's put it to the crowd here. All you got to do is say, should she marry him? Raise your thumbs up. If she shouldn't, no. All right, let's hear it. No! Okay, next question, line 3. That's a silly show here. Line 3. You realize we're all grown up sitting here doing this? Yeah, line 3. Hello? Hello, line 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Gene?
Yeah.
Hello, Gene?
Yeah, hello, Fred.
Demonstrate your cute look for us.
Oh. He wants me to turn on my cute look. Would you like to see my cute... Oh, Okay, buddy? All right, anybody else? Line 5. By the way, that cute look got me through 5th grade. Yeah?
Hello, Gene.
Yes.
Hello, Gene.
Yeah, well, come on, let's
Okay, first I want to say I've been a great fan of yours for years.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
I think you're great, too, Charlie. Yeah.
Thanks. Listen, I want to know if your mother ever found out about the peanut butter sandwiches behind the refrigerator.
Yes, she did, as a matter of fact.
And what'd she do?
Not a thing. Being a good mother, when the plumber came, well, I'll tell you what the story is. You know what he's talking about there. You know, all of us have a secret, terrible thing that we've done when we were kids that we really feel embarrassed about. And my mother got the idea that I liked tomato sandwiches with mayonnaise on it. Well, you know, mothers get those ideas, you know. She had this idea that I liked them for lunch. And I'd take these things for lunch, and every day I would go, and instead of eating my lunch at school, I would go down to Red's candy store, and I would buy a Milky Way bar, eat the damn Milky Way bar. But because it was my mother, how many of you have ever had the feeling that any minute now your mother's going to die? Either that or you're going to die. You're not going to live to be 21. And if you do, you'll be blind. Then they'll be sorry, right? Well, I had this thing. I couldn't get myself to throw away these sandwiches, and I would bring them back home in this bag. My mother would be out of the kitchen, and I'd throw them back of the refrigerator. For 5 years, every day, I threw sandwiches back in the refrigerator. Oh, man, I'll tell you, we had roasted, we had mice. We had bison coming in eating. I mean, and one day I came home from school, and the refrigerator was gone. My mother is in the living room, and I knew the secret was out. It was like the time my dad went down in the basement to look for a tool to fix his tire. He went into the coal bin when I was away at school and found my collection of dirty books. He never told my mother, and I didn't know. One day I came down in the basement, and there's the old man reading them. At last we had something in common. But any other questions? Any of you got a call? What? How about line 3?
Shepard?
Yes.
I'd say you got a fantastic show. I'd like to know, do you know how to play your head?
I do, but I can't tonight. Well, my head is a little out of condition. I keep my head soaked, usually in neat's foot oil, every night.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. I will play my head, though, at Carnegie Hall. Yeah, line 2.
Gene?
Yeah.
I've been a friend of yours, a fan of yours for years, and I'd like you to say how your audiences have changed over the years.
Well, are you going to give me a lecture, or are you going to talk to me? Now, you want me to say how they've changed?
Yes.
I don't think they have.
No particular way.
No, I think humor is something that's some people have, some haven't. And I think out of 25 people, probably 3 have a sense of humor. And those 3 have continued to be, part of our audience, whether they're 10 years old or whether they're 5 years old or whether they're 100. And I think that it just remains like that. Have you had a good time, gang? Come on, let's hear it. And listen, I want to tell you, I'm going to be at Carnegie Hall Saturday night, September 14th, and I want to see all you there, because I can take it all off that night. What was that? What's a cow swing? Oh, no, I'm not Johnny Carson. Shepard may show you how he throws cow flaps. Golf swing, Johnny Carson. All right, gang, I hope, yeah. Do I smoke? Is that a loaded question? Well, I like to smoke a cheap cigar now and again, especially the kind that comes in a cellophane wrapper that says it's a boy on the side. Yeah, the big twisted one, yeah, the souvenir 42nd Street. All right, we got one more minute. Anybody else here? Yeah. Well, my brother Randy is 6'3" and is doing very well. Yeah. How do I do what? I just think of them in my head. That's the way you have to do it, you know. You gotta. How do you think up stories? The kid asks. Well, I use a Ouija board. Hey, you know, it's been a lot of fun, hasn't it, gang? Yeah. Anybody else here? Come on. Or for it? Yeah. Well, thank you to Ireland and so on. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Anybody else here? One more. Yeah.